Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor. Now, it's real time.
Well, yeah, it's real time, but it's also knife talking time. We've got Jim MacNair here in the studio from Kershaw, designer, engineer, all-around knife nut. Jim, it's good to see you, man.
Hey, good to see you too.
Last time we had you, and just so that you're aware, you were kind of a hit. Our viewers were very interested in what you had to say. You showed off several of the new products that were out there. Fisherman's got inundated with some of the Kershaw knives that disappeared off their shelf really quickly. So we were very, very pleased with that. Hopefully you guys saw something similar.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. And we appreciate your viewers becoming great customers.
Yeah, and it's an easy thing to do. I mean, Kershaw's been around for obviously 100 years for us here in the Northwest, being a local company and now part of Outdoor GPS, one of our sponsors. Super proud of that. But you guys got a lot of stuff that's on your plate. I mean, as a designer, you work on different knives, different styles, different things that we use for a number of different purposes. Anything new that's on the track coming out?
Yeah, absolutely. We've always got something working on, and we actually have a release coming up at the end of next month, so you'll see a couple new products from us about then.
Interesting. To the hunting, fishing world, pocket knife world?
Probably with the pocket knife world.
Okay,
yeah.
very cool.
Yeah, maybe some new automatics, maybe some new fun things to carry in your pocket.
All right, very cool, which all of us, I mean, quite honestly, I mean, if you went to an outdoors person, man, woman, child, well, maybe not child, I guess, maybe we should put that the right way. We always have some sort of edge with us, right? It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're cutting fish on line or if you're cutting rope, it's a tool that you just have to have. It's used constantly. I know that I use mine constantly.
Absolutely.
My pocket knife at the very least. I don't get to use my fillet knives nearly as much as I wish that I did. Or could, but I've had a chance to use especially the old style that's been around for a long time, and then a couple that we're going to talk about here in just a little bit that I really have fallen in love with just because of the way the blade actually bends and gives you the ability to get right to that backbone of the fish and really take nice clean fillets, but we'll talk about that. I will say that I haven't had to sharpen them yet, again, because I haven't filleted enough, but they're easy to sharpen. I have actually gone over the way that I like to do it.
Yeah.
This upcoming segment, you actually brought 3, 4, 5 different ways to sharpen knives. Is there a way that, and just in full disclosure, I'm no expert in sharpening knives. You build knives, so you're not an expert on that either, because you probably go from one knife to the next and not having to sharpen a lot of them.
Correct.
But he does have ways that he prefers to do it. And he actually brought one in that was his grandfather's. Is that what you said?
That's correct, yeah.
And I actually saw something like this when I was growing up. It's amazing to me, though, that it's not on the market now. It's a Kershaw thing. I'm throwing it out there now. I'm here for R&D for Kershaw. It's something you might want to think about because it's very, very simple, and it actually pertains to using a stone. Again, not being experts all the way around, would you say this is a pretty popular way for folks to sharpen their knives?
It is. It is. It maybe requires a bit more dexterity, but it's something that it's one of the easiest ways to get into sharpening your own knives, one of the cheapest. You can just get a good stone and go. Right,
and understanding how to do it. Like he mentioned, it's a little dexterity, it's a little bit of practice, and you can use a stone to be very effective. My dad was a magician.
Oh, yeah.
Is a magician with one of these things. I'm terrible with one of these things.
Me too.
You know, it's just a difficult way to do it, but it works very, very well once you master that. But there's lots of ways that you can be very, very good at sharpening a knife that you don't have to be, a magician with your hands to get the right angles. Also, when we're talking about fillet knives, boning knives, and this and that, we're going to talk about pocket knives, ways that we can sharpen the tools that we use every single day. And what's very, very important is a lot of us, we overlook it, right? It's a knife that we keep in our pocket, and we use it for everything, and it's also the dullest one that we have, right? It makes no sense. I'm guilty of that, right? But I do try to keep my edges clean as possible, and the best way to do that, we're going to talk about it in just upcoming segment with Jim. And by the way, this is really cool. This is carbon fiber out to front knife. This is...
It is, yeah. No, those are a lot of fun.
Is this a new one?
That is a new version, yep, with the carbon fiber.
Oh, my God.
I'd be carrying my out the front today, but it's dull.
We should have brought it in to sharpen the thing. Pretty cool, man. American made, too, right here in the Northwest.
Yeah.
We got to love that. We'll be back with Jim from Kershaw in just a couple minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Outdoor GPS is brought to you by Yakima Bait, steeped in tradition, innovation, and fishing success. And by Procure Bait Sense, ruthlessly effective.